Are you struggling to buy your home? Do you feel that you are increasingly priced out of the market? Does it seem that owning your family nest is becoming a remote dream? You are not alone. A recent article from the BBC showed that the disparity between average earnings and average home prices has been widening in the UK over the last 20 or so years. In this episode, we propose a solution, so keep watching. The consequence of the widening gap between incomes and property prices is that home affordability is the worst it has ever been since 1876. This economic disconnect has not only made it increasingly challenging for first-time buyers to enter the market but has also reshaped the nation's perspective on property ownership, transitioning from a widely achievable goal to a distant dream for many. But how would you feel if you could break the curse? If a home became affordable for you? If you were handed the keys of your very own nest, never experienced being a tenant anymore, putting an end to ever-increasing rents, preparing your old days and securing the future of your children? Keep on watching because there is a solution. It is true that the average property prices are increasing faster than the average earnings, but this is a national average, which hides a lot of disparities. This is not the case everywhere. Some hotspots that have always been in high demand, like London, or more recently Manchester, are skewing the figures. In these metropoles, you are facing the competition of foreign investors, who may never live there. You can't win. You want to be smarter than them. You want to find a place that is less in their spotlight but ticks all the right boxes. A place which has all the fundamentals but is currently underrated. A place that perhaps has suffered from the deindustrialization of the 1970s, and we are not short of these in the UK. A place which, thanks to its strong fundamentals, is recovering, but precisely because it's still underrated, is still undervalued. This is what you want to put your tokens on and drop your cardboard boxes in. In this series, we will look at some of them and share our findings with you. One such a place has attracted our attention. Keep watching because we will reveal it in a minute. It is currently experiencing a silent upturn of fortune, as money is slowly pouring in, and it is undergoing a relentless regeneration. But that bounce back has stayed mostly unnoticed by the wider public, hence why it is still being massively underrated. Thanks to a sentiment that's still behind the curve, it is for now very affordable for first-time owners. You will be surprised by how much the statistics only tell half of the story. Can you believe that you can still buy a decent family home in a vibrant hub for a five-figure price in the UK? Yes, you heard that right. Not 7, not 6, but 5 figures. This is what we will unveil in this part of the series. Did we raise your attention? Your dream of owning your house may be closer than you think. We introduce you to a coastal town with a glorious past, a promising future, and a strong notoriety. Given the difficult relationship of us Brits with our coastal towns, which admittedly are sometimes disconnected from the rest of the country, in disrepair and a magnet for poverty, it may sound a bold choice. But this one is different. It is the only one to be served by a motorway. And a train station. And even its own private jet airport. It has a strong notoriety, a glorious past, promising future, and is served by a proud, determined, ambitious, passionate, and no-nonsense leadership, as we can testify from attending some of its council's meetings. Exactly what it needs to overcome the challenges of its ongoing regeneration. It has a place in the heart of all of us Brits, but most importantly for you, it is still affordable while offering a safe, middle-class lifestyle. Enough for the suspense. Thank you for watching so far. Now for the big reveal. This town is Blackpool. Unlearn what you know about Blackpool and follow us. In this series and its episodes, we will be your guide. We are sure you've seen in the media streets of boarded shops and read that the town tops the UK league table for deprivation. Yes, these challenges do exist. But first, they are managed remarkably well by the council and local charities, and they get results. We invite you to view our recent episode called, From Despair to Hope, The Power of Empathy. Second, we could also show you rows of boarded shops anywhere else in the UK, due to the rise of online shopping, with the pandemic only adding insult to injury, as some didn't survive the lockdowns and drop of footfall. The death of the high street is the favourite subject of this fellow vlogger, among others. And third, Blackpool's challenges are not round every corner. We will indicate you the quarters that we prefer, and the ones that we'd avoid. Overall, it is a pleasant town, and generally regarded as safe by the locals, as long as, like everywhere else, you use your common sense. To some extent, Blackpool's reputation in the media serves your finance, because it keeps the town affordable. But the reality is that it is massively underrated, hence why we advise you to consider it for your first step on the property ladder. We said earlier that national averages were hiding a lot of disparities. We want for proof the land registry data. Blackpool property prices over the last 24 years have risen much less than the aforementioned London and Manchester, or England as a whole, and are still considerably cheaper. On this graph, Blackpool is the red line at the bottom. In the quarters that we recommend for first-time buyers, we are confident that you can find a 2-bedroom terraced house for under £85,000. Yes, that's well below the average of £134,000 in Blackpool according to the statistic. We told you to be wary of averages, they hide a diversity of situations. Blackpool is extremely contrasted. You can find houses in need of serious TLC at £50,000 or less, and you can find stately homes above £1 million. Yes, that's a ratio of 1 to 20. If it's a flat you're looking for, we are confident you find something for under £60,000. Keep watching because we have a joke for you at the end. We mentioned Blackpool as being ideal for young middle-class families. Of course, most jobs are provided in the care or leisure industry. However, the council has plans to diversify the industry and make it less seasonal, which will bring more stability to the local job market. But we also very much view Blackpool as the town of a post-pandemic world, in which we mean it is ideal for hybrid work. It has a great internet and mobile phone connectivity. But thanks to its motorway and train connections, central Blackpool is 3 hours from central London, and less than 1 hour and 20 minutes from central Manchester. Forget trying to buy a property in London, buy in Blackpool and stay over 2 nights per week in an economy hotel like Travelodge, Ibis or Premier Inn, or similar. We guarantee to you will be financially much better off, with a much better quality of life. Sunsets in London cannot beat a sunset in Blackpool on the Irish Sea, it's just addictive. For the price of a studio flat in London, you can buy a 5-bedroom house with sea views in Blackpool. Go figure. In conclusion, we see Blackpool as an ideal location for young middle-class families. It offers local employment, affordable housing, and above-standard transport links. At that, the northern powerhouse money is pouring in. This town is a hidden gem, yet to be discovered by the masses. It's a place where your dreams of owning a home can become a reality. To facilitate your choice of good quarters and houses, and avoid you the traps of the undesirable ones, we stomped the streets, by day, by night, to shortlist for you the locations where we felt safe and were convenient to raise a family. We are sharing our finding in our next episodes. In order not to miss out, we recommend that you subscribe to the channel, that way you will be notified. Thank you for watching to the end. Here's the promised joke. Why did the Seasiders, that's the name of Blackpool's football team, why did they go to Blackpool Pleasure Beach? Because they wanted to experience more ups and downs than their league season. Oh, That's not very nice for the tangerines.